Greetings, it's Dr. Schiller. So I imagine you've heard from people you know, and that through practicing various kind of techniques that actually work on developing and building your mind-body connection in your favor, that they've actually learned to feel better, and maybe they've got less pain, maybe their chronic illness is better managed, maybe they're just living better with a better sense of well-being. And you may or may not be aware about the medical research over the past 40 years or so that has demonstrated the underlying biology of these techniques and how they help the biology of chronic pain and illness. And the other research that's shown that many people who learn these techniques, they actually demonstrate improvements in how they feel. So they need less medications. They're less dependent on doctors and therapies and treatments. They have a greater sense of self-control and ability to live the life they want to live without being helpless and with actually having some tools to take care of themselves. What I want to share about that process, because I've been involved in learning and training and teaching people these sorts of techniques for decades, what I want to share is that on a certain level, it's about choice. Because at every moment, your attention determines what you're doing, how your mind and your body are connected. And you can be paying attention to the stuff that nourishes you and helps you heal, or you can be paying attention to the stuff that creates more distress and strife and has an influence on your biology and moves you towards pain and illness. You can connect to that which brings you towards health and well-being, and you can connect to that which brings you towards more pain, more illness, more suffering. Most of us don't learn the skills to make that choice. For most of us, we just come into life and we grow up in whatever culture we grow up in, and we grow into adulthood, and mainly we're not taught to be conscious about those choices. We're not taught the skills to actually shift and choose the biology and emotions and psychology of health and well-being. And I think it's a crime. I think it's wrong. I think it's really unfortunate. We've got this information and knowledge. We can have a huge impact on so many people who are suffering, who don't have to be suffering as much. And our mainstream medical establishment doesn't really give so much attention to that and doesn't really give so much support to that. And our mainstream culture doesn't give so much support to that. And it's really unfortunate. People are suffering unnecessarily. The bottom line is that your consciousness can look towards the part of you that is positive and aware and conscious and present and loving, even if you've got pain and disease and suffering. They're not contradictions to each other. It doesn't mean that it's easy, but what it does mean is that the reason why we give our attention to the negative stuff is from habit. It's from conditioning. And yeah, it's in part our biology to be pulled towards what's negative so that we can protect ourselves. But the fact is, we don't need to be stuck in that. You can learn stuff that helps you make the choice to notice, wow, I'm getting sucked in down that wrong road right now. I don't need to be reactive to this. I don't need to be thinking these thoughts, paying attention to this toxic stuff, activating negative emotions, activating negative biology. I want to make a different choice. I want to learn, and I'm speaking for you, maybe I shouldn't, but what I want to hear you, I want you to be empowered to make the choice so that you can actually choose to connect to that which nourishes you. I want to add that it just goes way beyond just your health and well-being, although that's incredibly important. What it goes beyond is that it's about self-mastery. It's about tools. Because as you start learning mind-body skills, you start developing a greater awareness, a greater capacity for free choice, a greater capacity to be present and compassionate with yourself and other people. And that influences your relationships with your family, with the people you love, with the guy at the bank. It influences your ability to perform on the job or in recreational activity. If you're able to bring your full self to what you're doing, then what's happening? You're more you. You're actually living who you are, rather than being sucked into the negativity, which is habitual. Mind-body tools are about living at a higher level, about teaching yourself gradually over time to live with more free choice, more potency, more self-actualization, to be more you, to live more life. That's why I'm passionate about teaching these things. And that's why I do these every couple of weeks free sessions that happen on Zoom. And if you're interested in checking that out, I encourage you to join me. The sessions are free, but you have to pre-register. There's going to be a link in the comments section under this post. Or if the link's not there, just send me a PM and I'll send you the link. Doesn't cost anything. So you're invited to join me. Check it out. It's called Mind Body Groove. And I hope to see you. And I encourage you that if you know someone or somebody, or you just want people in general who are dealing with chronic pain and illness to learn these things, please share this post. So thanks a lot for watching.